Good afternoon and welcome to a great afternoon of softball here at Warner Taylor Field here on the campus of Jackson Christian School, where the Tipton-Rosemark Lady Rebels will take on the homestanding Jackson Christian Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles coming in after a tough loss the other day. That was over at USJ. McKinley Arnold brought us close but wound up losing a one-run game. And these two teams are very familiar with each other. Now, Tipton-Rosemark is actually playing up in Double-A in Division II. We still play in Single-A, and this is going to be somewhat of a slobber knocker of a battle. Two fine pitchers going on the mound today. This is a very young, even younger than we are, and we're young enough on the Jackson Christian team, Lady Rebel team. But for them, very quickly, we'll run down their starting lineup. Brooke Harrison leading off, playing shortstop. Lola Sprinkles playing second and hitting second. In the third slot, Carolyn Jones, the center fielder, in the cleanup spot. Lainey Howe, the pitcher, and she is a last-minute change to the pitching here. In the fifth spot, Neely Grantham playing first base. Allie Willis. Allie Reynolds is a pitcher over in Memphis from long ago. Allie Willis is the catcher hitting in the sixth spot. In the seventh spot, Addie Thorpe, the designated player. And in right field, Emma Ursery. She hits eighth. Maddie Watkins hits ninth and plays left field. And for Jackson Christian, we'll give you the defensive setup first, and we'll just go through there very quickly because we are due a break. At catcher, of course, will be Arnold. The pitcher, Maggie Richardson. First base, Julian. Second base, Tinsley. The shortstop is Turner. Third base is Robinson. Left field, Kaufman. Brooks in center, and Yarbrough in right. We'll give you more details about that. Getting down close next week, the last week of regular action, or actually it may carry on one game or into that. Division II Double-A plays best 2 out of 3. You know it's sudden death in Single-A in Division II. Tell you what, you see the coaches there. They'll go over the ground rules. They'll give the softballs to the umpires. Not familiar with this umpiring crew, and, you know, we'll give an opinion on that. But I tell you what we're going to do. This is the Great American Sports Pregame Show brought to you on the Facebook page of Jackson Christian, produced by Worthy Road Studios, and you are on the BallGame Blitz. This is a copywritten broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. Let's take that first time out on the broadcast. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oilwell Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choice, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
And there at coming back from timeout, you get to hear part of the world's greatest song, the national anthem of the United States. The flag is changing directions, blowing briskly from time to time. Right now, it is blowing out towards left field, and it is 84 degrees under cloudy skies. Not really cloudy, it's mostly sunny right now. And the high today is supposed to be 85, but when we kick off at game time, and we're already a little past the normal start time, we're going to start this one at approximately 5:33 or 5:34. We'll see how quick, lady softball goes a lot quicker than baseball does, although the other day, Tommy McLean, who's sitting next to me, we had a quick one. It only took an hour and 46 minutes for Chase and them to pick up the victory with the Eagles. And you don't see games that remember there was one played over at USJ that took all night to play. We came out ahead on that one, though, 18-10 in baseball. We split with USJ. This is a non-district game. Richardson on the mound. We'll remind you, Yarber in right, Brooks in center, Kaufman in left for the Lady Eagles. Robinson at third, Turner at short, Tinsley at second, Julian at first. Pitching is Maggie Richardson, the ace of the staff, and catching Arnold, and she had a big home run. McKinley is capable of every time going up there to the plate of hitting a home run. Reminds me somewhat of a young lady we had here a couple of years ago who was an All-American named Sophie Donovan, playing down at Freed Hardeman. And Richardson in the circle, ready to throw. And that one just a little, he rung her up. I forgot. They actually, the umpires move a little faster in baseball than they do softball. So it is a one-strike pitch. This one driven into right field, and it's a base hit off the knee of the right fielder. Brooks covering, picked it up, but that will be a hit and an error, or we won't necessarily score there, but it's only a single. It's not a true double. Some people may score that. Problem with that for Jackson Christian, puts a runner in scoring position with no outs, and a 394 hitter, and Lola Sprinkle comes to the plate. Left-hander, tight in the box, and a good jump off of second base. Let's see if our game changer will cooperate with us. Trying to bunt that time. Wasn't really a true slap hit or a slap bunt, but got the early start, which gives you some momentum going towards first base. Here's Richardson's pitch, and it's high, but it had a little zip on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Richardson working fast here in the first inning. Evens the count at 2-2. That runner at second, though, and she gets a good jump, knows how to run the bases, uses what I call the push-off method. Watch her sometimes. Down the line, Robinson looks the runner back at third, shoots to first, got her. Score that 5-3 for the first out. Runner cannot advance, and that'll bring up Carolyn Jones, the center fielder, who hits .431. These stats according to Max Preps. They did play yesterday, they being Tipton-Rosemark. So those might have changed, but that was the latest stats that Max Prep had. Good hitting ball club. Richardson winds that one high. Good wind blowing in this time, straight in from center field, and we're getting a blast of it in the press box. And again, the pitch high, 2 balls, no strikes. The veteran Richardson, who has another year left on the mound. Bailey can also throw. Here's one hit to left field. Left fielder Kaufman comes in, puts it away, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Good job by Kaufman out there in left field, because she is looking straight into the sun. This should be Lainey Howe, who they made a last-minute switch to her at pitcher. Howe kind of midway in the box. Just missing at the knees was Richardson. And I believe that one might have been the Von Ryan Express coming down Main Street. 1 ball, no strikes. That one missing. And we'll go down and see if we can get this one to pop up on a game changer, because that's always a great way to keep up with the number of pitches and things. Foul tipped, 2-1. 2 outs, a runner on second. "12 pitches by Richardson. Now hitting .342. Fouled another one off, but that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. Some people would say the deuce is wild, and if you're keeping score at the Southern League Baseball, they wouldn't say that unless there were 2 runners on, and they ring a little bell in the press box. That should be the 3rd strike. And it was. Caught looking, you reversed the K on that one. So there was no runs on 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no errors at the end of a half inning of play. Tipton-Rosemark, nothing. Jackson Christian coming to bat. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
We are back with softball, but we will tell you there is a continuing story on Buck the deer. Mitchell's Body Shop, one of our great sponsors, and you see our corner logo sponsors. Those people have actually put extra effort into sponsoring our softball, baseball, basketball, and football on Worthy Road Studios BallGame Blitz. Scoreboard sponsor Thompson & Smith. Don't forget about Dynamics that takes care of all of these young athletes. How on the mound, that was a late change because I actually watched Ursary, the young left-hander, warm up, and she's going to be good. That brings up Kendall Turner, our shortstop, hitting .344. Jackson Christian dapperly attired in their pinstripe white uniforms. A little low, and not to confuse anybody, Moose is listening in Kingsport, Tennessee. Moose says, "I'm watching and listening. That's white uniforms with blue pinstripes." Well, that's what I meant, Moose. Here we go. That one a little low for 2 balls, no strikes. The leadoff hitter, see our Trey Jimerson over at third, and the dugout's blocking it, but I bet Jennifer Wheeler somewhere down there coaching first base. Here's the pitch. Hit to right field. We'll have to check it out. And the right fielder, Ursary, makes the catch. So there's 1 away in the inning. Score that F9. Trinity Brooks, the Carson Newman signee, the great basketball player. All district and region as a basketball player. And just a genuinely nice young lady. Makes good grades. Matter of fact, makes great grades. And Trinity's playing center field. You know, you're more familiar with her in left field over the previous years. She's a slap bunter and a slap hitter, whichever way you want to say it. But she takes that one as she runs up the line for strike 1. Third baseman was playing up, had her played perfectly, and she couldn't get it past her. So 5-3, third baseman to first. And there's 2 outs in the inning, bringing up Bailey Robinson, the third baseman. Hits .333 is her average. If needed, she'll be followed by McKinley Arnold at .544, who had that big blast. And in Tipton-Rosemark's case, they want McKinley to come up there without runners on base. Bailey capable of reaching the fence, too. And he says that's a strike. still wish we used the old mechanics. Here's the pitch, hit on the ground to the second baseman. The underhand toss over to first. And no runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base at the end of one full inning of play. No score as we take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz and the Jackson Christian Facebook.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Ready for the top of the second as you see the throw down. Lily Grantham batting .323 will lead off for the Lady Rebels. Maggie Richardson out there for her second inning of work. No score in this contest. Wind changing directions again, blowing towards left field. More of a crosswind, though. Richardson's first pitch, swinging strike, and I'm telling you what, now that looked like that Grantham was going for the downs in. Grantham wears number 24. No ball, one strike pitch. High, just above the shoulders. Outfield straight away, infield at normal depth. Richardson looks it over, gets a sign. She's ready. She works quick. That one is low. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Unofficially, and we'll check it against Game Changer in a minute, 17 pitches for Richardson. That one is high, gets away from the catcher, hits the concrete, bounces back. 18 pitches now. And I was right because you had the one that just got thrown. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. And for the second inning in a row, the leadoff person is on. This is Grantham going to first with a walk. She'll be followed by Allie Willis, the catcher, and Addie Thorpe, the designated player. I have Willis hitting .304. This one fouled off. And we'll return to the plate. If it'd been fair, you'd been hard-pressed to get 1. Definitely wouldn't have gotten 2 then. You see Willis wearing number 21 step in there, right-handed hitter. Pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs with a runner at first. Infield basically at the same depth they were at. Another pitch fouled off, so it makes it 1-2. Richardson would love to have the strikeout here and then get the double play ball. On deck is Addie Thorpe, the designated player, and she has home run power too. Popped up. Let's see if the third baseman's got enough room. It'll be on just off the side of the dugout. So we'll do the 1-2 over again. Tipton-Rosemark, dapperly attired in their red game pants with the blue jerseys. It's navy blue with the red numerals outlined in white. Both teams, this is the way it ought to be. They look like real softball teams. Sometimes you got them come in, it looks like, and there's a swinging strike for the first out. Sometimes teams come in and it looks like a slow pitch, not fast pitch softball. Looks like the hitter is number 25, Addie Thorpe. Hits right-handed. It's 3-0-1, and she'll be followed by Emma Ursery. And that's a good pitch for a strike. Thorpe steps out a little bit, checks her third base coach, Coach Sanfrantello. Really congenial man. Swinging strike 2, or actually looks like it may have gotten fouled off there, so the reason runner didn't advance. Great pictures by Worthy Road Studio. Paul Schultze doubling on one of the cameras today. Summers got control of the rest of them. Just missing. You saw the signal that was outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we'll double check that. Yes, 1-2. Here's the pitch, fouled off. 28 pitches now thrown by Richardson. Not as important to watch that pitch count as it is in baseball. You're only allowed 121 pitches in baseball. And with that, there have been games in baseball in high school lost because of that. The pitch. And again, hanging tough is Thorpe. Addie Thorpe. And I saw then why she has hit some home runs. Summer Sturgis, producer, director. Here's Richardson's pitch. And again, fouled off. Protecting that plate, making Richardson work. And with all the pitches that's been fouled off, Richardson is up to 30 pitches already. We're in the second. Here's one hit on the ground. It's a base hit up the middle. And sliding into second was the advanced runner, Grantham. So now with runners at first and second, 1 out, Emma Ursery, the right fielder, comes up there. Emma hitting .283. Left-handed hitter. Umpire says strike 1. She wears number 22. And there's the second strike. And when Richardson gets in a groove, the last time we were over here, I think she threw something like 9 straight pitches for strikes. The 0-2 pitch, just missing, and it was closer than you think, folks. Ursery has a chance to do some damage. Now, we almost saw her pitch today. That one is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. The lead runner is Grantham. Thorpe at first. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up. This one is will it give trouble? No, because Jenna Tinsley is there for the second out. A lot of people remember her brother, who was a very good basketball player, but he could go up and catch that football too. Peyton Tinsley. So with 2 outs, Maddie Watkins, the left fielder's up there. Maddie hitting .228, a right-handed hitter. That one just a little low. That's a good place to throw down right at the knee level, but just under that on that pitch. Watkins wears number 2. Richardson now up to 38 pitches. Here's one fouled off. Evens the count. And Grantham, the runner at second, was wise. She was off with the ping of the bat. They don't crack. That's wood that does that. So I guess ping is what they do. thong or something. Some of them go boom. It saves a lot of money, though. 1-1 pitch, hit on the ground. That should be the end of the inning. Tinsley up and over to first for the third out. Tinsley was busy in that inning, getting the second and third outs. There was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 people left on base at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play. Still no score here on the Worthy Road Studios network. Let's take a timeout.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
We are ready for the bottom of the second. Leading off, McKinley Arnold. She had 2 hits the other day against USJ, one of them a big 2-run home run that brought us back to within 1, but we could not get another score. Arnold up in front of the box just a little bit. Great catcher, fine young lady. And she is ready for the offering with a 1-ball count. Got under that one, foul that one back just a little bit. So it's 1-1. You put one in her powerhouse, and they'll be down there. It'll be bouncing off the Eagle marching band van and trailer. 1-1 pitch on its way. A little bit of a changeup, got under a little bit. It could be, it might be, it is a home run. Mr. Wilson, we need a new softball. And the Eagles lead 1-0. So following her last at bat at USJ, she comes back with a home run. Here, a solo shot. That was one of those, and that was against the wind too. Folks, you need to note that. 1 run is in the books, and Jackson Christian in the bottom of the second now leads 1-0. Howell's teammates come in to give her a little encouragement. Jones gave it a look, the center fielder, but she knew it was gone before I did. This will be Maggie Richardson, who can help herself. She shows bunt early, pulls back, and that looked pretty good, and the umpire says, Coach, you're right. It is a strike. Outfielder straight away. Wind has died down just a little. It's probably not more than about 3 to 5 miles an hour right now. That one is one of those a little bit short of the plate, about a foot short, bounced over, but too low for. If it bounces over and it's in the strike zone, it is a strike. A lot of people don't know that. It's just like if it hits them. That one fouled off. 1-2 the count. We had the controversial baseball decision. We should have had a runner at first in that a couple of weeks ago. Hits the ground, bounce up, and hits the batter. It is a hits batsman. Here's the pitch by Howell. Hit on the ground, and that one's foul. Maggie wanted that one. You can see the look on her face. She'll get another opportunity, though. 1-2 the count. 1 run in, no one out. Here at Watkins Taylor Field on this beautiful campus. We have rolling hills, we got trees, we've got it all. Here's one into the ground. The first baseman looks like they're going to try to take it, and they do. They had to dive at the bag, score that 3U. That's first baseman unassisted for the first out, but she really had to work to get there. That being Grantham. Sydney Julian up to the plate with a .320 average. Plays first base. She's going to show bunt, but why? See if she's drawing back, and she is. Oh, she was going to push bunt, I call it. Some people call it a dump bunt. It's all kinds of names for it. They even have a manual out on softball slang. And some of the terms in baseball and softball, they mean close, but no cigar on some of them. There is a slight difference. One strike the count on Sydney Julian. She hits away, but that right straight to the first baseman. First baseman will pick it up unassisted to first for the second out. That was a liner, though, and that brings up Jenna Tinsley. Jenna, the second baseman.
Number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
Tinsley hitting .256. Swinging strike on the first one. Trey Jefferson down at third. Jennifer Wheeler at first coaching. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 run in on the home run by McKinley Arnold. Great center field shot there. Fouled off, 1-2. Tinsley will have to guard the plate now. Great shots always on Worthy Road Studios that does everything from all sporting events, and I do mean all. We're even covering some tennis, soccer this year, track. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul. Out of play, comes off the screen. Weddings, church services, funerals. We've done boxing before. We did a fight night back in November this year. Here's one popped up into that tough sun field. The left fielder gets under it. She's got glasses on, and Watkins does a great job for the third out. But 1 run was picked up on 1 hit. There was nobody left on base. The score at the end of 2 innings of play is Jackson Christian 1, Tipton-Rosemark nothing. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz Jackson Christian Facebook Network.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's. For your life.
We're back as Brooke Harrison steps into it, a left-handed hitter. She led this game off with a base hit. There's a nice pitch for a strike by Maggie Richardson. Robinson over at third, Tinsley at short. Or Tinsley's actually at second. There's a second base hit by Harrison. That is actually Turner at shortstop. Lola Sprinkle comes up to bat. She's 0 for 1 today. Came into the game hitting .394. Of course, I can tell you that Harrison is definitely over 500 now. She came into this game at 502 straight hits. That'll put you up there a little bit. No outs in the inning. Sprinkle at bat. Here's a ground ball. Can Jackson Christian turn two? They make sure they get one. So fielder's choice. .64 on the put out. Carolyn Jones wearing number 26 comes up there. She's 0 for 1 today. It is Caroline, and I appreciate Tommy. That's the reason we work so good together. And Tommy, I could make a case. I think it hit her while she was still in the box, but it was close. She's out if it hits her out of the batter's box. So we'll just call it one strike. I wouldn't win it, but I could make a case for it. Here's one popped straight up. This is one of those, even though it's foul, it might have been, and we drop it. So there is an error no matter what happens. That's one of those that somebody once said that would have been a home run in a phone booth. But it was foul, so it wouldn't have been anything. It would have just been out of play. 2 strikes the count. Richardson looking for the strikeout. And she got it. Wow. That's her second one. Both of them are 3 now. And 2 of the 3 have been caught looking. 2 outs. Laney Howell up there. Laney is 0 for 1 today. And a swinging strike. Wind blowing in again. You saw it fouled off for strike 2. Richardson ready, and strike 3, and looks like Richardson starting to get into the groove now. As the side retired, there was 1 hit, no runs, 1 person left on base, and as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Jackson Christian leads 1-0. Let's take that time out on Worthy Road Studios Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
Yarbrough at the plate as we come back to action here in the bottom of the 3rd. She's bunting. 3rd baseman playing up, though, shoots a strike over to first base for the 1st out. 1 out in the inning. And Maggie Kaufman hitting .276 comes up there.
Number 6, Maggie Kaufman.
We'll catch Elena's average the next time up there as we came back quick and tight, and not a bad bunt, but their 3rd baseman was all over. She's playing up, and swinging away was Kaufman. I'm not sure on that first pitch, and I know that's part of softball strategy. I have coached it. I'm glad she wears a mask down there because Maggie was not bunting at all. That was evident from the minute she got in the box. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Here's one, as you see, driven up the middle for a base hit. And now everybody knows what I was talking about. Tommy McLean knew that before I did. We both seen, of course, we've seen these kids play some.
Now batting number 2, Kendall Turner.
At the plate, Kendall Turner comes up there, hitting .344. She's got a .408 on base percentage. We've got that runner at first. Here's one fouled away towards the baseball field. Turner can catch. She had to catch one game when McKinley was out sick. She can play short. She probably can play any infield position. Very talented young lady. And she was bunting. That one, though, got off the top of her bat a little bit. Third baseman could have handed her her business card and introduced herself. She was so close then. 2 strikes. Probably not bunting right here. You don't usually own 2 strikes. That one just missing. And what was it the guy said in the wolf and pig story? By the hair of my chinny chin chin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Infield at double play depth. Here's a number going to spin in the dirt, and they're going to tag the runner or the batter going down, Turner. That's pitcher unassisted for the second out. But advancing to second and getting in scoring position is Maggie Kaufman, and it's up to Trinity Brooks, who's 0 for 1 in this contest, to get the run home or keep the inning going.
Trinity Brooks.
And a strike. With the third baseman coming in, the shortstop rotates over. Kaufman did not advance. Again, Brooks does everything off the slap hit, slap bunt type situation. She goes up the line again, takes this one for a ball. Trinity very swift. You've got to really catch it early. Any fumble or anything, she's got a very high on-base percentage. Al on the mound for Tipton-Rosemark. This one fouled off, so 1-2. And I made the first mistake I've made in 3 years, and Tommy caught me. I said the mound. Went through all those Freed Hardeman games that I did without doing that, and all of them last year and this year here.
He's talking about Sophie earlier. We were down there when she got the Freed Hardeman RBI lead.
And Tommy was telling me about when she took the RBI title down there at Freed Hardeman, and she is a player. She was an All-American when she was here, too, in high school. She's also been an All-American at Freed Hardeman. Got to see her, along with Ray Pack, my good friend. We've called some games together. Here's the swinging bunt, and it's over to first for the third out. That'll retire the side, but we did have the one runner, the single by Kaufman. The end of 3, it's 1-0 Jackson Christian over Tipton-Rosemark. Let's take a timeout.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
Back for Maggie Richardson's fourth inning of pitching. She will face Neely Grantham, Allie Willis, and Addie Thorpe. If needed, Emma Ursery. Real white knuckler here at 1-0. This one fouled off. Neely Grantham walked her last time up there, advanced as far as second. Plays first base. You see Jennifer signaling the pitch is in. You have to check the armband. Most pitchers now wear that armband. You see them in college. That one missing. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leading off in the top of the fourth, Neely Grantham wearing 24. You see she kind of squeezes the box up there close. The umpire did not like that one. Remember, Dizzy Dean used to call them empires and said, you slud into third. Not great grammar. English teachers hated Dizzy Dean. And it's, well, actually, it's a foul tip at that point, the way it hit her. And so we'll bring it back. Let's see. That should make it 2-2, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Tommy is brilliant over here. Man had that up there quicker than I could look and check myself. You're not kin to Bullet Bob Hayes, the former world 100-yard dash holder, are you?
No.
Runs the count full, 3-2. He says he's not kin to it. You younger people, you don't remember Bullet Bob Hayes. He was probably faster than Houston McTeer. He was faster than the Russian 100-yard dash guy, Valery Borzov. He could run like a deer. Swinging strike 3. Grantham goes down. Strikeouts starting to mount up. 55 pitches for Richardson.
Now batting number 21, Allie Willis.
5 strikeouts. Willis coming to the plate. She's 0 for 1. Outfield basically straight away. Got this one just off the handle. Tinsley over to Julian at first, and that'll make it 2 outs. Bringing up Addie Thorpe, who singled her first time up. Thorpe would be followed by Ursery if needed. And again, Thorpe can tie this game up with 1 swing. She is and has hit some home runs this year. And as Tommy said, she is taking some cuts, and they were healthy cuts too, weren't they, Tommy? Wished we had Tommy mic'd up. Brilliant young man. He and I both are young men. I'm older than he is, though, and most of you out there know I'm 71. He's younger than I am. Here's one on the ground. Oh, Turner up and over. That was smooth as silk and better than milk with her going to first. 6-3 for the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And the score going in to the bottom of the fourth is 1-0. Jackson Christian leads Tipton-Rosemark. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
As we come back, you see the third baseman, Bailey Robinson, step in there and remind you that to please support our advertisers who make these games and TV shows that the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios have, like on the Jackson Christian Facebook. They're free to you. There's a swinging strike. If this were a National Federation game, you would be paying for it, and you would only have one camera, and a lot of their games have no announcers. Here's one drill to right field. It gets down. It'll be a base hit, Ball dropped, but there'll be no advancement, but Robinson is now on first. Jackson Christian would love to score a couple of runs here in this inning. So Bailey leads off, runner at first, and it brings up McKinley Arnold, who is 1 for 1. She had a home run, and, of course, she is her own RBI that last time up there. This one fouled off of her right knee. Howe in the circle. Howe has thrown 36 pitches. This is the bottom of the fourth. We're cruising right along. This game started at 5:33 by my time. Here's one. It could be, but it's going to curve foul. You saw that earlier, but it had the distance. So with a 2-strike count, you don't have to offer her anything good here, and I wouldn't. Just don't get it in her field house or line of sight here. She will lose it for you. Kenley also has a pretty good arm. Here's the pitch. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, Bailey Robinson, who also plays a little basketball too. There's some others out there that play basketball. This one outside. And the catcher, Willis, wanted to come up throwing, but Bailey gave her nothing to throw down to first for. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, no outs. McKinley Arnold, who had a home run her first time up to the plate. This one in the dirt. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't give her. I almost, if I was pitching, wouldn't be upset if I walked McKinley. But Howe's a competitor. She's going to come after, checking her armband. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. I think McKinley would have liked to have had that one more time. She might have tried to take it to right center field, though, then. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, a runner at first. That's Robinson against Howe, the pitcher. That one went a long way, as a friend of mine that broadcast at Fred Hardeman would say. It was over the fence, but the wrong fence. As long as it doesn't pick off the black Rogue Platinum up there, we're fine. Here's the pitch. Got her. That was probably the only place you could throw it, and she wasn't going to hit it. Good job of pitching by Howe. 1 out in the inning, and that brings up Maggie Richardson, who can bunt. She can also hit the ball. She is the pitcher. She can help herself right here. She shows bunt just about every time up there. And then she can draw back or she can drop it on you. And this one would be a good 2 ball. Here's the shortstop unassisted over to first. And didn't get it. It was a bang-bang play. So Richardson on with a fielder's choice. Two outs in the inning. This brings up Sydney Julian, hitting .320, the first baseman. Sydney's on base percentage is .346. Jackson Christian needs runners right here. A little low. One ball, no strike, count. 2 outs in the inning. They're going to throw down to first. And the runner safe. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Had that strikeout earlier and then the fielder's choice out. Sydney Julian up at the plate. From the circle comes Howe. Fouled off again. That one down on the skinny part of the bat, not where you want to get up there on the sweet spot on that barrel. In theory, they say, the people that test these bats, the sweet spot's a little larger on an aluminum bat. That's in theory. I just want to know if it's got some hits in it. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, foul. And, folks, it's not the bat. You've got to see the ball all the way from the pitcher's hand, keep your eye on it, and as the late Hank Aaron used to say, you got to see the ball hit the bat when you swing and follow through. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch on the ground. Goes to the second baseman, over to first for the third out. Julian is retired. 4-3. No runs and 1 hit. 1 man left on base, or 1 player left on base to be politically correct. At the end of 4, it's 1-0 Jackson Christian over Tipton-Rosemark. Let's take that time out.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We are back as you see McKinley Arnold throw the ball down to second. Emma Ursery leading off here in the top of the 5th, followed by Watkins and then Brooke Harrison.
Leading off the top of the 5th, number 22, Emma Ursery.
Don't forget about Nest Realty, Lonnie Cobb Ford, King Jewelers, Bank of Jackson, Arrington Funeral Directors, Kaufman's Furniture, some of the fine people bringing you this game. Wind has died down a little bit now. Richardson's first pitch. A dribbler. Bailey Robinson up, shoots it over to first, and man, what a strike. Got the runner. And the runner was chugging on down there. 1 out in the inning, Maddie Watkins, who is 0 for 1.
Now batting number 2, Maddie Watkins.
Brooke Harrison on deck. Brooke has 2 hits coming up, so it's important to get this batter. Here's the pitch, popped up. Who's going to take charge? It's going to go out of play. Tommy and I almost had an effort at it, but we would have had to have one of those fish nets like Harry Carey them used to use in Major League to reach out and grab that one. I just go buy my fish, though, at the market instead. Here's the 0-1 pitch high. Boy, that was – I don't know if she was trying to throw a rise ball or held it too long that time. It was high no matter what. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Inside. Maddie Watkins wearing number 2, hitting .228. 0 for 1, and she's got a 2-1 count on her. She wants to get on base because the hot hitting Harrison coming up. Here's another one fouled off the screen. She steps out. The right-handed hitter takes this. Mr. Umpire could have a little time to get dug in here. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and back into the screen behind us. Like that sign that says Lady Eagles. You see some of our great fans here. Don't forget about Jackson State Community College. They have both on-campus and off-campus courses. They can get you into a job with a good education. Here's one popped up towards right field. Right fielder has to come on, and it's going to fall for a base hit. And Watkins decides to hold up. That was kind of dangerous. It was almost the old Alphonse Gaston routine of I got it, no, you take it. Indecision, but it still was a base hit. It was a tough chance. Now, this is the last thing you wanted if you were Maggie Richardson is Harrison, who's 2 for 2, to come up there with a runner at first. She's bunting, and it's a dandy, and you'll get nobody, and she's 3 for 3 now. So now you got runners at first and second. Lola Sprinkle coming up, who's 0 for 2. She was on the last time with a fielder's choice. She's a left-handed hitter. Is the bunt, though, in order here? You make that third baseman field it. She wasn't bunting that time, and there was one thrown with a vengeance for a strike. Now, if that wasn't the Von Ryan Express, that was the equivalent of about an 88-mile-an-hour fastball in pitching. There's the second strike, fouled off. Might have been more than that. I don't have my gun with me today, and I'm talking about radar gun, folks. Don't get excited. Besides that, Tommy would arrest me over here anyway. Former officer, SRO, and school kids loved him when he was at school. I worked with him, so I know. Here's one hit to center field. Let's see, there won't be a tag because that's going to Trinity Brooks, and that would not be a good thing to do, to tag and try to go on Trinity Brooks. 2 outs now, and Caroline Jones comes up there. Caroline is 0 for 2, but came into this contest hitting .431, so she's dangerous. Outfield straight away. Richardson winds, fires, fouled off. That one was headed towards right field, but looked like a slice from my golf clubs. And that's not just on the woods. I could even slice an iron like that. You'd think I was trying to slice oranges or something. These kids are better athletes than I am. Here we go. Ground ball. May not end anything. Got out. She's safe at first. Took a little time for Kendall to get the ball out of her glove. And the sacks are jammed, if you prefer. Ducks on the pond. And a sticky wicket if you were playing cricket in England. Lainey Howe, the pitcher, with a chance to help herself. She's 0 for 2. She's overdue. Foul that one off. Howe came into this game hitting .342, so she's a good hitter. As soon as it gets out of the hand, we were talking about leaving the base, but it has to be out of the hand. And the runner at second gets a good jump. And a legal one, too. Just missing for a 1-1 count. And I haven't questioned many pitches, and again, we're on the side, so I'm not going to question it much, but I might be saying something trying to get the next call. Swinging strike 2. A little dip of the back shoulder for Howe. If she cuts the undercut out and just drives it up a little bit, and that's what you have to watch in baseball. We've got a couple of our baseball players. They're good hitters. They get undercut too much. This one hits the bat and goes foul. So no harm, but a foul. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Ducks on the pond, meaning their bases are loaded. Richardson trying to pitch out of a 2-out jam here, leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3, and that's what the good ones, the great ones do. They get themselves out of a jam. With 3 runners left on base, there were no runs scored. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th with the Eagles leading the Rebels 1-0.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choice, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And Tommy and I are talking about a young lady, and we're going to get him to send me some information. We'll definitely get it on the Saturday Sports Roundup. But 1-0, it's the bottom of the 5th. Jackson Christian, Tinsley, Yarbrough, and Kaufman will be the 3 hitters if needed. Back to the top of the order, and Kendall Turner. Tinsley 0 for 1 right now. Hits one towards the second baseman. They go 4-3, meaning second to first. There's one out. Jenna says, I could have done better, but she made contact. Here's a young lady who has never played softball on an organized team till this year, Elena Yarber. Great basketball player. Tommy and I have both seen her do all kinds of wonderful things in the post area, play defense, block the shots, and there's a bunt foul for a strike. She has blocked the shots of taller girls, active on the boards, and a fine young lady. Comes from the Northside Yarber family, which out there, that means high-quality athletics. And I had the privilege of having some of the Yarber girls, her aunts, on my team at Northside. I'm a former coach, for those that don't know. There's a bunt. It'll go foul. Now, Elena will have to hit away, and like I said, she is just in her first year of really any kind of softball competition. Has made marvelous strides, plays right field, contributing to this Lady Eagle team. You see both of them check their armbands. Howe, the pitcher, checked it for Tipton-Rosemark. There's one fouled off. Nice, healthy cut by Elena. Howe's thrown 55 pitches. We're in the bottom of the fifth with a white knuckler. That's what I call one that's close, of a 1-0 lead by Jackson Christian. Middle of the order will be coming up in the sixth for Tipton-Rosemark. Here's one up in the air. It's short. Will it get down? And that's a tough one. I'm going to, Tommy, I want to score it a hit because of the effort the girl had to make. We're going to score it a hit. The official scorer can change it and say, Coach is nuts. Elena Yarber on first with Maggie Kaufman, who had a single her last time up. And Maggie tattooed one. The 276 hitter, she's above that now, probably batting about 290 with that base hit. Here's Howe's pitch. And it's low. Yarber has good speed, but she's not an experienced base runner. We'll see how that Coach Trey and Coach Jennifer play this one. Here's one fouled off. That was going to be another one of those little flares that if it had been fair, it would have been over the first baseman's head. Again, you see a great crowd here. 57 pitches for Howe. One out in the inning, a runner at first. Trying to bunt was Kaufman. That'll make it 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Trying to get another runner in scoring position. Kaufman will be hitting away on this. Because you know that if the third bunt goes foul or the bunt on the third strike, this could get the runner to second. And you see Yarber's inexperience. She hustled, and there's nothing wrong with her effort. It's just came off that base a little bit. Good way to get tagged. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner at second. Maggie Kaufman trying to protect that plate. And that one was a strike. She took that one. So the backwards K goes in there. 2 outs. Yarber will be running on anything, the top of the order. Kendall Turner, the shortstop, who came in batting .344. She's 0 for 2 today. Here's one, but it looks like it's going to the second baseman. Second to first for the out. And there was 1 hit in the inning, 1 runner left on base. And at the end of 5, it's 1-0 Jackson Christian. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
One to nothing going into the top of the sixth. Tipton-Rosemark comes up there. Neely Grantham, who is 0 for 1, officially walked her first time up. Allie Willis will follow, and Addie Thorpe. Richardson would like to get these three in order because in the seventh, if you get all three of these in order, you'll have number 8, 9, but then you got to face Brooke Harrison one more time. Anybody gets on brings Harrison to the plate that much quicker. There's a pitch, low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grantham, strong player, good fielder. This is a very, very young Tipton-Rosemark team. Low again, 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs in the inning as the leadoff hitter this inning is Neely Grantham. The first baseman fouls this one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Richardson really wants the strikeout here. In your scorebook, you put down Ks. The regular K means they struck out swinging. The backwards K means they took a 3rd strike. Sunfield really harsh. And there's a base hit. Grantham is on with a single to left. That brings up Willis, the catcher. Willis is 0 for 2, and there may be a pinch hitter, let's see, or a pinch runner. We'll have to find out what's happening. Again, we are blocked off. We have to depend on our monitor totally for anything happening at first base, as the first base dugout is in the way. Willis wears number 21. She steps into the box. On deck is Addie Thorpe. Willis 0 for 2. Let's see if she's advancing the runner here. That one a strike right over the inside corner of the plate. When Richardson throws the ball there, it kind of ties your hands up and doesn't allow you to extend on her. 1 strike to count with that runner at first. She's bunting, and it's a nice one. Going to have to hurry and go to first with it. And the runner is out. Probably would have been called out anyway after the contact, but you never know what's going to happen. So the sacrifice bunt does not count as a time at bat. 1 out, and the tying run is down at second, and a very dangerous hitter, Thorpe, who's 1 for 2 at the plate, capable of the long ball. There's one high. Wind blowing a little bit towards left field, probably up to about 8 miles an hour, maybe 10. Here's one drilled into center field. Brooks comes on and gets it, and what a catch. Almost had a tie ball game too, but almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs. Two outs in the inning. Emma Ursery, 0 for 2 today. Would like to help the cause right here. She was almost the pitcher today, but a change right before the game, swinging and fouling that one off. I believe she told me she was a sophomore. And a pretty good one at that. Scoreboard sponsors Thompson and Smith. Don't forget about the Tennessee National Guard, Aloha Pools, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating, and Air in Hub City Deli. The umpire says strike 2. He was in dramatic fashion with the arm. Carlock Nissan helps bring you this contest too. The 0-2 pitch fouled away. And Ursery getting her cuts in. Watkins would be next if Ursery gets on. Richard's got a new softball and we're ready to go. That is the third strike. There was no runs, one hit, no errors, and one person left on base. Going into the bottom of the sixth, Jackson Christian in a white knuckler, 1. Tipton-Rosemark, nothing. Let's take that time out on the BallGame Blitz Jackson Christian Network.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back. Unfortunately, Tommy and I both having a little internet problem. And maybe it'll come back to us, Tommy. 1-0, the Eagles lead. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Trinity Brooks will lead it off. You've got 2, 3, and 4 up there. Brooks, Robinson, and McKinley Arnold. Brooks tries to get it down. That one just didn't want to stay fair. It was pretty hard when it bounced to the left side. 1 strike. Very unusual, but Trinity, the Carson Newman signee, is 0 for 2 today. Usually she's on base, making things happen. Third baseman, by the time she comes around, will be able to shake hands with. This one, a bullet to the shortstop, up, and got her at first on a bang-bang play. A little discussion in the stands over that one. And on my monitor, I'm not so sure. But I can't say definitely. 1 out. Bailey Robinson, who has home run power also up there. Bailey has a single. She's 1 for 2 today. And my internet came back. Did yours? Where's number 7? This one fouled off. McKinley Arnold on deck. We almost need McKinley to hit another home run when she comes up there. We'll take getting on base. Bailey's objective here is just to get on base. 1 out, outfield straight away. Third baseman still up a little bit. And they call that one a ball, 1-1. And that's where you've almost got to play. You see them in college. I've seen them even play 2 steps ahead of that in college. Only when the cleanup girl comes up there do they back up a step or 2. Oh, got that one. Pulled a little bit of the string. Howell with a dandy pitch for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bailey Robinson, the third baseman up there. From the circle, that one bounces up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jackson Christian needs base runners. Tipton-Rosemark doesn't want him to get one. Right now, just now starting to whip up. I was about to tell you the flag was not whipping up, but it is. Here's the pitch. High. Makes the drama even better. 3-2. 1 out. One team needs the base runner. The other wants to get this out. Nothing like girls softball. Howell ready from the circle. The bouncer to the second baseman. She's been busy, but she goes to first, and there's 2 outs. Second baseman Lola Sprinkle has been a busy young lady today, and they're going to – this is good strategy right here. They walked McKinley Arnold. Maggie with a chance to help her own cause with 2 outs. She's 0 for 2 today. Been on with a fielder's choice and a ground out. Foul that one. It was headed towards Tommy and I. Just don't let it come through the net. Hit my good-looking nose here. No, my nose been hit with a baseball before because I wasn't paying attention one day when I was playing. Know where the ball is, folks. 1 strike the count with 2 outs and a runner at first. 2 strikes now the count. Howe has done a magnificent job. I have her only at 71 pitches. We'll check that because, no, it's 72. I was wrong. I was off a pitch. Still a magnificent job. Swinging strike 3, and she got the strikeout when she needed it for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 person left on base, and at the end of 6, Jackson Christian 1, Tipton-Rosemark nothing. We'll come back for the exciting top of the 7th.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens. Back for the exciting top of the 7th. Jackson Christian leading 1-0. They want to get them out. 1, 2, 3. Tipton-Rosemark wants base runners. Maddie Watkins, who's 1 for 2 and advanced all the way to 3rd, coming up there. She'll be followed by the top of the order. And 3 for 3, Brooke Harrison and Lola Sprinkle. They want to at least get 1 and tie this game up. Richardson has thrown 90 pitches in this contest. End of the circle and ready to work. Swinging strike 1 by Thorpe, or actually Watkins. Watkins had a single that last time up, grounded out back in the 1st. We're in the 7th. No ball, 1 strike pitch, high. See some of our good fans watching on their phones, watching the game. That's always a compliment. It'll be archived on Worthy Road Studios' YouTube page tonight. That one should be a strike. The umpire grabs his fist. If I have any influence on the National Federation, I want them to speed those strike calls up, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs in the inning. Watkins leading off. Got her. You didn't have to wait for the call by the umpire. That was a strikeout. That one's the backwards K. Do it right, Coach. 1 out. 3 for 3. Brooke Harrison, the shortstop, came into this game batting .500. I bet she's up there close to 600, at least .575. Now, I don't have any way of doing the batting averages here. On the ground to second. Over to first, and for the first time tonight, Brooke Harrison is out. 4-3. Tinsley to Julian. Sydney Julian, the fine first baseman. There are 2 outs. Lola Sprinkle, who is 0 for 3, coming up there. She'll be followed by Caroline Jones, who had a hit her last time up. This is the batter you want. Sprinkle, the left-handed hitting second baseman, who's done a great job in the field. Pitch is high, and she does not have the biggest strike zone either. You have to watch where you release the baseball, or actually the softball in this case. 1 ball, no strikes. Richardson's pitch, a swinging strike. And I know a lot of you don't think about that, but did you see McKinley Arnold catch that ball behind the plate? May have even been foul tipped a little bit, but an excellent catcher, strong arm, and a great hitter. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 2, so Richardson, 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs, 1 pitch away from pitching a shutout, and people in the stands have no fingernails. This is a real nail biter, white knuckler. Through the teaser, may have supposed to have been a rise ball, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now, you don't want to lose this hitter. Do you come down Main Street with the Von Ryan Express? Here's the drama. Came inside and low, so it goes to 3-2, and you really don't want to put Caroline Jones up there. 3-2, 2 outs, the pitch by Richardson. Got her. This contest is over. Jackson Christian wins this one. We'll come back with highlights, totals, and a player of the game after these important messages, as it's a happy day for the Eagles as they win 1-0 over Tipton-Rosemark. Let's take that time out on the BallGame Blitz.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift. BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios on the Jackson Christian Facebook page, and we'll remind you that Jackson Christian and Worthy Road Studios teaming up along with several other schools to bring you the best in high school athletics and Union University athletics. Very quickly, the line score for Tipton-Rosemark: no runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For Jackson Christian, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Winning pitcher was Maggie Richardson, who threw a shutout, a 1-0 shutout. The pitching for both sides, Laney Howe did a great job. And Richardson struck out 9, Howe struck out 3. And Jackson Christian got things going in the second inning, and the only run of the game was a solo home run by McKinley Arnold. Single by Brooke Harrison in the first was their positive, and she went 3 for 4 today. Richardson earned the win for the Eagles. The right-hander, like we said, 6 hits, no runs, over 7 innings, struck out 9, walked 1. And, of course, Howe was the pitcher of record for Tipton-Rosemark. What a great job. I thought she threw an excellent game. She went 6 innings, 1 run on 3 hits, striking out 3 and walking 1. And the Arnold home run was in the second inning. Bailey Robson, Maggie Kaufman, and Arnold each managed 1 hit each for Jackson Christian. Player of the game, it'd have to be a tie between Richardson's great pitching and the solo shot by McKinley Arnold. 2 great teams here. Tipton-Rosemark playing out of Division II AA. We play out of Division I AA, or not AA, but single A. And there will be more action later in this week out of the Eagles, or Lady Eagles team. And we'll thumb through here and see if we can pick up some of the games to be coming up here. Actually, on Monday, the 24th, barring rain, the Lady Eagles are supposed to play Sacred Heart of Jesus High School. Boys will also be playing them in baseball, and we'll see how that works out tomorrow. A lot of rain in the area. But a 1-0 score, a happy ending for the Eagles in this game. I want to thank everybody from Jackson Christian and especially Coach Jennifer Wheeler for stats, etc., like she got together for us. Coach Sanfrantello from Tipton-Rosemark for his effort and work. The camera work of the great one himself, Paul Schultze, and, of course, Summer Sturgis. Summer and I, this is just like, I feel like I am on vacation when I work with her. She makes it so easy for me. All I got to do is talk a whole lot, sometimes probably too much. But like I said, the players of the game, McKinley Arnold and Maggie Richardson, will call it too as players of the game. The contest started at 5:33. It ended about 5:53, or actually 6:53. Come on, Coach, get the thing right. A little over an hour because it was supposed to have started, and we got 6:54 exactly. Nice hour and 1 minute, fast-moving game, and we appreciate you. Reminded it'll be archived, and it's directed, as you see on there, by Summer Sturgis, produced by Paul Schultze, the announcer, the venerable one, Coach Joe Holloway. Cameras by Paul Schultze, plus we've got our Wi-Fi cameras. This is a copyright broadcast. Worthy Road Studios holds the rights to it. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. To all of you out there, have a great night, and it's time to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.